Hello everybody and welcome back to Purbeck Valley Farm. Good grief. Okay, well that was the worst introduction ever. How has that just happened? All I've done is sleep for one night. Oh, the grass might have just grown through. Ah, phew. Okay, so we do have hay. For a moment there I thought we were just going to be left with a few scraps suddenly. But no, it's a lovely day. We're going to row this up, and I think when we do row it up it's going to become much more obvious how much we actually have. And then we're going to pellet it. We are going to do some pellets. So to begin with, we need to place the pellet hall, which is going to be free, but it won't be free to use the pelleter. Okay, so what we need is the pellet hall palletizer just here, £400,000, but of course we're not paying for that. I'm going to put it somewhere over here, out of the way. We don't need access behind it, so I think probably in the corner there it's going to be absolutely fine. And I did have, actually that did cost us 5,613. Okay, there we go. So we have the hall, which is looking really nice. We're going to be doing hay in this pelleting hall to begin with, and then later on we're going to do some straw. But in between that we're going to do other jobs. We're going to do the harvest, we're going to do greenhouse work, other placeables. We're going to have loads of different things going on here. And I would hope that eventually we're going to have so much going on here that we're going to make a fortune every single day, like hundreds of thousands of pounds. Although we probably are kind of doing that already with these two greenhouses just here. So I did have a really good comment, a really good suggestion from somebody, saying you should put up a shed. So you don't have to keep loading up the trailer, you can just store everything, and then you can get a big trailer and take it all in one go. It is a brilliant idea. I guess the 9001 is the obvious one to go for, maybe over here. Now this ground is already level, so I don't want to be accidentally, actually it's not 100% level, but I don't want to be accidentally paying more than I should be. I paid a bit extra there, but as you can see, that I think is as level as it's ever going to get. It looks like I did actually edit the terrain just here, the piece of land going up there. Anyway, not to worry. So yeah, between this episode and the next one I'm going to get these two rotated because they are a bit of a pain being this way round. It is possible just about to get them out, but yeah, it's just making life quite tricky. So yes, on to today's job. We need to first of all windrow. Let me find a suitable tractor. It's a bit too high horsepower. Yes, this will be good for windrowing. We're going to windrow that field, and then we're going to get the pelleter, which we're definitely going to lease because there's no way I can afford it, and we're going to create many pellets. Yeah, I was playing a bit of ETS 2. I wasn't recording, but I have forgotten to change my degrees of rotation. I'll do that very quickly. Yeah, there we go. So I was on the CD road. I usually either play on the CD road or Pro Mods, and when I play Pro Mods I go to these really distant locations. I guess they're not really distant, but you know, these more unusual locations, these very interesting, picturesque places. It's just amazing driving the lorry around there. But yeah, if I'm on multiplayer I tend to just go on CD road and see all the lunatics, and there's plenty of them. It's incredible. It was actually quite funny because I play under a different name, so nobody recognises Daggerwin. I used to play under the name Daggerwin, but I used to get abuse because people would say, "Oh, why are you pretending to be Daggerwin?" Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so I play under a different name, and somebody crashed into me, and they blamed me immediately. All I was doing was driving normally, at the speed limit, on the right side of the road, as you would tend to do, and they overtook. They were doing some stupid speed, and then this really tight bend came, and they pretty much flipped. I don't know if they did quite flip. I think they almost flipped, and then they said, "Oh, all this abuse," and it was my fault because I went into their lane and tried to block them and stuff. I did absolutely nothing. It's amazing how you can get abused for something that you never did. Unbelievable. It's quite funny. Anyway, yeah, the CD route is interesting, but at the same time it is quite, yeah, quite frustrating. Okay, so we're just going to put this over here. The seed will be used fairly soon. And now for the windrower. We do have quite a good windrower. I think as we're going back to the farm it would be a good idea to take this trailer. It's been just laying in the middle of the yard, and I should think quite a few of my viewers are getting annoyed by it, so we'll put it nice and neatly in a shed. So some of you may ask, when is harvest? Well, I would imagine it's about 2 to 4 in-game days until we harvest. I might skip a few days, so it won't necessarily be 2 to 4 episodes. It'll most likely be the next episode or the one after. But I've checked the status of all these fields. It's looking good. Looking very good. I think field number 32, which is a canola field, will be our very first field to harvest. Right, put that there. And my windrower is somewhere. Probably up here. Did I put it up here? Ah, that's my tether. There it is. Yeah, so obviously the grass is growing rapidly at this time of year, which must be why our hay has been hidden. Ah dear. Although, oh no, maybe it's because I actually extended the length of the season. That might be why. I might have progressed the growth faster than it normally would have done. Just to show you, that's field number 32. That'll be our first field to harvest. It's looking almost ready already. Ready already? Yeah, it's almost there, as you can see. It was planted way before anything else because it's the field which we bought later on. We'll then do field number 82 and then field number 5. Field number 3, I'm hoping to spray today. It's the only field which hasn't been sprayed. Anyway, we need to go back out of here. The entrance is in the other direction. Okay, I think this is going to be fairly self-explanatory. Let's get it rowed up. Okay, I've just tabbed to the JCB and it looks like this field is actually ready to cut. It wasn't yesterday, but it has grown quite nicely. Also, the corn, I think it is growing very nicely. Look at this. Yeah, so most likely I think the corn is for silage, unless we use it in a kind of placeable, because there are a few placeables which do require corn. There might be even a fuel production. For ethanol or something? Not too sure. Anyway, let's get this field cut. Obviously we can't use it today, but we can get it drying. I think the forecast is okay. Yep. Well, just about. I think we will be okay, but you just can't always tell. Sometimes you get a shower out of nowhere. If the worst comes to the worst, we can always pick it up and put it into the silage pit. But I would like to make some hay pellets, some more hay pellets. Once we've done this, we can take the mowers off the JCB and we can get the pelleter. I only have one concern about doing the pellets, and that is loading up the pelleting machine. As you'll know, we don't own a telehandler, and telehandlers aren't very useful for that. You can use the grab, which is part of the the pallet haul, but it's not the fastest method. So yeah, I don't know, we could rent one. We can very easily rent a telehandler. It's probably what we will do. And as soon as we can afford to buy one, which I'm hoping won't be too difficult, we'll get one. Well, looks like we've got a bit of grass and semi-dry grass there. Two different shades. Anyway, yeah, we're just going to leave these to bake in the sun. And we can do the same thing. We might have to ted it. I'd have thought we would have to. Then we can row it and get the pelleter. So, yeah. The hay is waiting for us. I'm going to go and drop these off. We'll get the pelleter attached, which does demand quite a bit of power, and we'll get it done. The other field which we were in before, it is a bit tight. It's going to be, I would say, a bit tricky to manoeuvre, but we'll get it done. Also, as for trailers, I don't know how much space we're going to require. I don't know how quickly it's going to fill up. We might need a big trailer, we might need the small trailer, or we might need no trailer. Maybe we can just take it straight to the pallet haul. Okay, so yeah, we can have these mowers in this end bay. How much is it going to cost? It is quite expensive. £16,830. Yeah, and that's with a free pallet haul. Okay, well, we'll see if it's worth it. I think it probably is worth it. Oh, and do we have somewhere to sell them? I think it's just automatic. It's those two, isn't it? I think. Yeah, the barn. Just stopping off at the placeable yard. I've just moved the two pallets, so they're in the shed, waiting for the big day when we have enough to take with a fully loaded trailer. So stack it high, or we'll even use the Flegel, but I doubt it. I think we're just going to stack the Eiffel Williams high. Okay, here we are. So yeah, it's not going to be much of a job, but I'm hoping we're going to make quite a bit out of what we have. And as you know, pellets are worth so much more than just hay, the raw product. Yeah, I can't work out if the tractor's struggling or if that's just the working speed. I've done pellets before and I think we were travelling a bit faster than 2, but this tractor can't be struggling, surely. No, probably is. It requires 350, this is 320. Anyway, we don't have much to do. So, back onto our time lapse so that you can see this at a decent speed. Already 8% full. So, looking at that, we're probably going to have to get the lorry trailer, because, yeah, one of these will probably just fill the small trailer. Downhill will be fine. Downhill will probably be doing like 10 miles an hour. Well, quite clearly, we're going to have to look at getting a bigger tractor. It's surprising, you wouldn't have thought when looking at this tractor that it was too small, but it is. I think really, it requires 350 horsepower. When you've got hills as well, I don't think we want to be going less than 400 horsepower. It is quite incredible, the power that is taken from such a machine. I don't know exactly how it requires that much power, but, well, it does do. It looks like a big thing though, big chunky thing. Now we actually don't need to cut loads of fields. We can create hay pellets from some of our hay bales. We have loads of hay bales, so I think that's what we'll do. We do have to have an extra addition, we have to have that side conveyor on this machine, but yeah, it will still work really well. So that's how we can add value to what we already have. As for needing a trailer, yes, obviously we don't need a trailer. It all fit into just the one tank, which is surprising. But as you've seen, we do have another field which is drying, so we do need to have a high horsepower tractor to get that done. And it would be quite useful to have a 400 horsepower tractor. I know what I'm thinking of. The 8740. Quality machine. It's a shame we don't still have it on demo really, because we could have used it and it would have been perfect. Anyway, here we are. Let's get this dropped off. Have we got another pallet of onions? Yep, we do. Okay. So we need to move those. They're absolutely amazing. Each time we get a new pallet, we get £5,000. So just today, we have generated 20,000. And that is excluding the other greenhouse. Okay, so yeah, the actual storage facility for these is those bays there. I'm tucking up close to the side, and I'm hoping that if I press Control I, we'll get a good pile just there. Okay, that's not... oh, there we go. Brilliant. Yeah, I usually do the straw pellets, so it seems different, for me at least, to do these. Looking good. As we have such a small amount at this stage, we can just use the grab, although I'm not very good at it. But in the future, yeah, we're just going to have to use the big bucket on a telehandler. Okay, how much do we have left? Almost there. I think we have to pull forwards first. I think if I was to close that conveyor, we're going to make a bit of a mess of the machine. Yeah, it closes down. That would have been interesting. Switch that off there, and we'll jump into, or jump onto. Wait, no, it must just be some kind of control panel that you can use to control this. Anyway, yeah, here we go. Now, as I said, I'm not very good at doing this, so you will have to bear with me. Oh, okay, that goes down. Open up the grab. Close the grab. Yeah, so as you can see, the capacity is, well, it's probably set initially to 800 litres. Wrong way, wrong way, wrong way. There we go. But at least today we can start the process. There we go. And I don't think you're going to want to watch this in real time. So let's do this as a time lapse. Hopefully it goes okay, but there's going to be a lot of incorrect controls. Me moving the grab in the wrong direction, like that. Well, there we go. Just got a tiny piece just here. I'm not too worried about each individual piece though, because we're going to get loads. I slowly improved. It's not my kind of style though using this. I do prefer just to get a big bucket load with a telehandler and tip it in, but it is nice to have the feature. So there we go. Yeah, we can leave the palleter to do its thing. There's already one pallet ready. Not bad at all. We will be back here to move those pallets into the shed over there, the storage shed. But first we do need to hopefully go and spray field number 3. If it is ready to do. And there's no way of really knowing. Kind of frustrating. It needs doing. If I just fly up into the air. Okay, so it's over here. Does help if I go in the right direction. I think it will be ready, but I was wrong yesterday, so who knows. Ah, brilliant. Yes, so we have a crop in the... well, we have an obvious crop now. It is growing. So we'll bring the sprayer and we'll spray it, because it currently needs to have another application. That is the one field that I've been waiting for. Yeah, so we've got plenty of liquid fertiliser. This will be a nice, easy job. And then hopefully, by the time we've done this, the palleter will have palletized all the pellets, and then we can put all the crates under cover for the future. Oh, of course, if it fills up, if there's 3 on the conveyor, it won't be able to continue. So when it flashes up with a message saying something like palletizer full or something like that, I will just have to go and move some off the conveyor belt system. Right, we've had the message. Palletizer stops. It could have finished, possibly. There's always a chance of it, because there wasn't many. It is full. That's interesting. So what's it showing? Fill level hay, 393 litres. So it pretty much has finished, but it is blocked. So we just need to get one of these moved, I think. Yeah, because that's full. It is a job for the Bobcat. So you may ask the question, how many of these are we going to produce before we sell them? I think we'll just get a full lorry load. We're going to have to get a big, full-size trailer. We can take everything in one go. Right. So yeah, I'm just losing my voice for some reason, so I'm just going to pop this over here, we'll move the other 2 as well. And then we're going to wrap it up for today. So all these videos I produce. It's a lot of talking. Right, I've just thought I probably should have taken the first pallet because that will allow it to continue. I took the one at the one on this side closest to the wall. They don't slide across. And that should allow that to continue, hopefully. Unless it has finished, maybe it has just finished. Pretty good. We have 2 different bays for 2 different products. And eventually we should have some straw as well. Straw pellets. Yeah, so I would say that has finished. So we're going to leave it there for today. As I said, I'm hoping to do the stationary shredding, where we put a hay bale onto the platform, onto the conveyor, and it will shred. Let me just turn it off, that's really annoying. Right, okay, so yeah, we'll do that in here, put it straight into here. We need to get a telehandler. Oh, it has continued. And then we can make a fortune. Anyway, that's it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Please do remember to thumbs up. And yeah, until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.